Hi everyone, I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And if you enjoy our show, please like and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell.
We're also on Instagram at TWiN, and you can also find us on X. Well, we told you guys that we were going to slowly start showing you clips of the Netflix docu-series Extravaganza because it's a lot of people haven't seen it, which surprises me to no end.
Not me.
Stephanie barely got through it, which I can understand.
I didn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah. And there are just some people that still listen to the American rags like Harry and Meghan did nothing wrong. They were just trying to leave England because it was so racist, and the British press were just driving Harry and Meghan crazy. They were stalking Meghan and they wouldn't leave her alone, and nobody wanted her to be happy. So we are here to remind people that that is horsepucky, and that is the reason why Harry and Meghan cannot really succeed in America, because they are liars. And Americans do not do well with liars, and we also do not like it when people just tell us that you're famous and we didn't see why you were famous or you haven't worked. She wasn't an A-list celebrity. She wasn't a movie star. She wasn't even really an actress when she moved to the UK. Nobody knew who she was. So that is why these things are happening to her. It's their fault. Now, this was on Oprah. Meghan's false claim about the titles. Okay. And I just want you guys to look at this clip about how catty she is here. It's like she gives this really weird look. She's like,
well, she still had that delusional confidence. You know, she thought she was going to make it.
And it really bothers me in this clip because she thought Americans and the whole world were not going to Google this, look it up, or like some of us who heard it immediately. I remember during the Oprah interview, I looked to Stephanie and I go, she's lying about that. That's a huge lie.
She did.
Okay, so this is about the titles and not naming Archie and Betty Prince and Princess, not because, you know, it had to do with royal protocol, because they were racist.
Can you just tell them the truth? Can you say to the world, you're not giving him a title and we want to keep him safe, and that if he's not a prince, then it's not part of the tradition? Just tell people and then they'll understand. But they wouldn't do that.
So she wanted the royal family to just tell everybody, look, we just don't want to give Archie and Betty the titles. We just want to be jerks. We don't want to give them security. Just tell them that. Can you just tell them that so they know once and for all?
She was lying about them lying.
Yes.
Crazy to me. I didn't pick up on any of this. Again, I'm glad we're playing this again because I think she was banking on the fact that people like me
don't know their royal or don't know royal history,
and also just let it go, kind of, you know, kind of let it go.
Just let it go.
Yeah.
And this was also during the time where Prince Philip was on his deathbed, and Meghan also knew that the royal family could not come back and say anything. She knew that for a fact. So for her to say, couldn't you just tell him that you guys were just being racist? I mean, that's what she was alluding to. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to just look up the UK Constitution. And this guy, Craig Prescott, immediately after she said this, wrote this article that had to do with the letters patent and the George V convention that Meghan was talking about. She said it was in the convention that they were supposed to be called Prince and Princess. Now, I'm going to explain to you how that is a huge lie. Queen Elizabeth at this time was still alive when Archie and Betty were born.
Yes.
Coming from the convention, so it's going to have, you know, fancy lingo in it. That the children of any sovereign, that is the king or queen of these realms, and the children of the sons, and they also mean daughters, but back then they just said sons. The children of the sons and any such sovereign, and the eldest living son of the eldest son of the Prince of Wales shall have and at all times hold and enjoy the style, title, or attribute of Royal Highness with their titular dignity of Prince or Princess prefixed to their respective Christian names or with their other titles of honor. Now, in layman's terms, this is what it means. All children of the sovereign can be called prince or princess.
Mhm.
At that point, Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth's kids were all styled as prince and princess. Princess Anne, Andrew, Edward, and Charles. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Those children whose father is son of the sovereign can be called prince or princess. Okay, now we're talking. So, Prince Charles and his kids can be prince or princess. We've got Prince William and we've got Prince Harry. Prince Andrew as well. He wanted his daughters to have the prince and princess title. That is just how it was. The eldest son of the eldest son of the Prince of Wales. So the eldest son of the Prince of Wales, that was Prince William at the time, and that was George, can be called prince. In one sense, the rules are clear. Archie is currently not entitled to be called a prince, but once Charles becomes king, he does become so entitled because his father, Prince Harry, then becomes a son of the sovereign. Why didn't Oprah have any pushback during that lie? Well, I think we know the answer. Yeah.
But we know why.
But it just infuriates me.
Why didn't she do her homework? I don't like journalists, whatever, having interviews and you just don't do homework.
Yeah.
I mean, what's that all about?
And then people are like, well, it's the past. It's a history. It's whatever. We don't care anymore. It was how many years ago? You have to understand. They did this to cause the monarchy to cheapen the monarchy.
Yes.
To make them look like horrible people. And they wanted their revenge for not having these certain things. Meghan wanted to be the same ranks as Prince William and Princess Catherine. And she knew she was always going to be second fiddle, and it drove her crazy.
Yeah.
So that was a lie. So I'm calling everybody out on this show right now, okay? Because this is what bothers me. Meghan, you have to take that back. You have to retract that. Big time.
Maybe in her next book.
Because the second the Queen died, may God rest her soul. The second the Queen died and King Charles became king, your kids were styled with you got it. You got what you wanted. Because that's the protocol, you freaking moron. Gets better. So this is part of the Netflix documentary, and they are basically complaining because they were so popular in the UK that it made William and Catherine jealous because William is not popular in the UK.
Right.
And, Meghan was becoming a rock star.
Oh, wow.
I think Meghan interpreted the UK warmly welcoming her into the family as trying to be like Jesus Christ or something, because the English people gave her the warmest reception. They were like, welcome to the country, welcome to the family, we're gonna see you for a while, this is awesome. But she just wanted it to get elevated to Princess Diana status.
She wanted it right away.
Yeah,
she wanted it that second.
When someone who's marrying in, who should be a supporting act, is then stealing the limelight or is doing the job better than the person who was born to do this, that upsets people. It shifts the balance. See this institutional gaslighting.
I wasn't being thrown to the wolves, I was being fed to the wolves.
They were happy to lie to protect my brother. They were never willing to tell the truth to protect us.
Knowing what you know now, guys,
wow.
And I hope Sussex Squad is watching this as well. Knowing what you know now, do you believe any of that?
No.
Do you believe that Prince William was not as popular as Meghan and Harry? Do you believe, yes, Prince William had a family. He was doing less. He was also knowing that the end was probably coming near and eventually, and that he wanted to spend as much time as a dad as he could before he had to start becoming the Prince of Wales.
I would imagine because Princess Catherine was pregnant with Louis at that time, I think it would be awesome if my brother-in-law and sister-in-law were taking a few of those duties away. because I just wanted to hang out with, I wanted to be pregnant, and and she also had that morning sickness issue at the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know where this is. I mean, watching it, this is so cringe watching this, because those two idiots believed at the time when they were sitting on that couch and talking to the Netflix cameras that they were going to be proven rock stars
in America.
overnight by telling these lies,
by also inciting racism.
Wow.
At the same time, they were saying it was only because of Meghan's race.
The lie train.
What? So we have a clip of Prince William at the Royal Albert Hall seeing a production of Annie. And I want to thank Royal Banter Official on Instagram. That's where I saw this clip. And it is so cute. And you could just tell that the kids, everybody just loves Prince William. He is loved by the people, probably because, he reminds everybody of his mom. He's just the best of both his parents. So this is super cute.
Back off. Is there someone that you wanted to ask to gallop? I don't know, they could do maybe a seated gallop or a standing gallop. Is there someone that you wanted to ask?
Please, sir, will you gallop with us?
He's not popular.
No, not at all.
Yeah, back in 2017, he was doing everything he could to undermine Harry and Meghan. He sucks. So we are going to continue doing this. And trust me, there are a lot of clips from Netflix and like I said, even Oprah, that are just complete lies. And I think if we do it in, just variations, because the problem is if we throw it all at once, my head will explode.
I think we should call it the Never Forget series.
Yes, that's a good idea.
I think we should. Hashtag never forget.
Yeah. Today's animal rescue is One by One Death Row Dog Rescue. They're a nonprofit rescue group with initiatives to serve the dogs who need them the most. They believe in taking action with urgency in order to raise public awareness and some of the most pressing issues facing today's society. They also pull dogs out of death row, hence their name. And they're just doing amazing work. They're saving animals from euthanasia. They're putting them in foster homes. They're getting them adopted. They are just heroes. So I'm going to put their link in the description below. Please show them some love. Share them with friends and family. It does make a difference.
Watching that clip's going to put Annie songs in my head all day now, man.
I know, me too.
The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. All right, guys. Thank you. I got to get all that stuff out of my head now.
Okay.
Love you. Bye.
See you tomorrow.